Hello, everybody. Welcome into the 11th episode of Off the Boards. We've officially been doing this for 2.5 months. It's been fun, but as always, I'm one of your hosts, Josh. Down there in the bottom, there's Ethan. In the other corner, we have Ryan, and I pointed the wrong way. Ryan is that way. Yeah. So we have some decent news in hockey this week. We're going to start with not the disappointing news, but the bad news first, and then we're going to get into some more happy and upbeat stuff. So Ryan, I'm going to hand it off to Ryan and let him get this out of the way.
All right. Well, we just wanted to get a few things out of the way. Rick Westhead is reporting on the Beach situations first. Kyle Beach's lawyers emailed the NHL commissioner this morning asking if he be a non-binding mediator who talks between them and between Kyle Beach's lawyers and the Blackhawks. This would just be to oversee things. It wouldn't be. Well, Gary Bettman would not have final word on anything for us. So interesting to see what will happen there.
Well, I mean, Bettman is a lawyer.
Yeah, like he's a lawyer, and,
so he could do it. Would he do it impartial?
He could do it.
Would he be impartial about it? I don't know.
That's the interesting part. I don't know if he'd be completely impartial. I think his handling of the situation so far has been good enough. I mean, he has been covering for the owners because that's his job, but I mean, he met with people that are still employed that knew about it. He's done due diligence. He's forced people out. He's done what we wanted from him. So,
well, it's not, and I'm not saying that Bettman's not trying. It's just, there are some things that have been happening that I still don't agree with. But.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on from that, we do have some news in the Aaron Scalde situation. Clark Donatelli, the former AHL coach of Providence. No, it was happened in Providence. It was the Scranton Penguins team. Yeah, he was coach of the AHL. It's the Penguins AHL affiliate. He has been indicted on 4 counts of sexual assault. This is relating to the sexual assault of Aaron Scald that happened during a trip that she went on with Jared Scalde, the assistant coach, one of the assistant coaches for Donatelli. So those have been filed, and we're waiting on jury. Clark Donatelli has pled not guilty, so we will see where that goes. It's interesting to see this, though. But I'm glad to see that charges are being brought and this is being dealt with well. It's fortunate it's only happening now 3 years later, but happening. It's good. All right. Moving on from that, the last piece of unfortunate news: Anaheim's Ducks general manager Bob Murray is resigning, enrolling in an alcohol abuse program. I believe this may have been breaking news when we were talking about last week. I don't think it was, though. I think it just came up that this had been happening. It happened. So he's resigned. Jeff Solomon has taken over as intern GM. He's the assistant general manager. The allegations were, I believe, verbal abuse. I'm just looking to see if you confirm that. I'm looking at the ESPN story. Glad to see that steps are being taken to get rid of some of these toxic people, some of these people that have been abusers in the past. I'm glad to see Bob Murray taking steps to correct his behavior, rolling in an alcohol abuse program for the best.
We don't condone anything that Bob Murray has done.
Don't like Bill Murray either, but
yeah. Well, Ryan doesn't like Bill Murray. Maybe one day we'll explain why he doesn't like Bill Murray. But Bob Murray, we don't condone the anything that he's done, the allegations and stuff like that. But I can appreciate the fact that it seems like he is trying to get help. So
yeah, we can appreciate that, but hearts go out to any victims, though.
Yep.
Glad to see an input to that. Mm-hmm. All right, so we can move on from all of this sad, unfortunate news and do some more interesting stuff. And the most interesting thing that's happened, at least in the last hour, the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to be sold to Fenway Group, the owners of the Boston Red Sox. Came out a little while ago that there was talks that they might be sold, and the last half hour or so, DK Pittsburgh Sports has put an article from they're selling. So yeah.
There also is somewhat breaking news. We had a retirement happen today. I don't know if either of you heard this, but Dion Phaneuf, the ex-Maple Leaf captain, decided today that he was going to hang up his skates for the final time, saying that he is proud of his career. I don't think he ever won a cup, because I think that he got to LA late. I don't know. I watched Dion Phaneuf play. He was alright. The Leafs team was bad. Dion Phaneuf was never a top 2 defenseman, and the Leafs used him as a 1 guy, and we ran him into the dirt, and then we complained when he had no legs anymore. When he was on Calgary and they were using him as a top 4 guy, he was electric.
I think when he was on Calgary, he probably could be considered a top 2 defenseman.
Yeah, but he got run to the ground in Toronto. But I will say, we fleeced Calgary in that trade, man. We traded Hagman and Stajan for Phaneuf. Like, what? What? Like, what a trade. I don't know I can't remember who the GM was who made that trade, but big brain. That guy. I wish it worked out for him, but all the best to Dion Phaneuf in his future endeavors. I wish nothing but the best for that guy.
Absolutely.
Also, I just want to say, change subject off Phaneuf. I want to talk about Phil Kessel. I want to talk about that now.
Oh, we're getting right into this, huh?
Phil Kessel now has the 3rd longest active Ironman streak in the NHL. So, Phil Kessel is a dependable hockey player who has been a career 30-goal guy. And who has won 2 Stanley Cups and is currently being held captive in Arizona. I believe... Captive! Right!
He makes $6.8 million. He's not being held captive anywhere.
Okay. When you play hockey, there are guys who believe in... they just play for the financial stability for the paycheck, and other guys who play to win. Kessel has won 2 Stanley Cups. I believe that guy plays to win. I don't think he enjoys...
He's won 2 cups. I think he's happy to just chill out in the desert.
I think he wants one more. I think he wants one more, and I think
he probably does too.
Here's the thing.
Not Arizona.
I think it's going to be New York. I said it at the beginning of the year, and I still think the Rangers are going to be the team that does this. The Rangers are I think they're like 9-3 or something like that. They add Kessel to the only thing that I have doubts on with the Rangers is their winger core. I mean, Capo Caco had his first 2 points the other night. His first of the season. We are 15 games in now? Like, that's pretty bad.
Like, yeah, you could throw him in on the right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Could work. Give him some power play time. Maybe instead of Chris Kreider, maybe, I don't know.
I still think Kessel's good for 25 to 30 goals.
That's a take.
I don't think it's that hot of a take. I think he plays on Arizona.
Yeah.
Taylor Hall played on Arizona at one point, didn't he?
He's also 34. Hasn't come anywhere close in the last... Well, I guess actually last year he did have 20 goals in 56 games.
Yeah. Yeah. He is good at hockey. He just likes hot dogs. Send him to New York where he can get them glory dogs and eat them meats.
Now, it's unfortunate, man, because Arizona has as many fans as it wins on the season. And how is Phil Kessel gonna excel in a place like that?
Yeah, exactly. He can't.
What do you have against Arizona Coyote fans? All 2 of them. Why do you hate them?
They don't exist. That's his beef.
I don't got anything against them, man. Thank you for Garland and OEL.
Yeah. Has OEL been playing well for you guys? I haven't actually
Yes.
paid much attention to him. Yasmin? It's good.
Hey, sorry,
now-
crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Crazy enough, Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Tyler Myers have been one of the best defensive pairings in the NHL.
You said Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Tyler Myers?
Hold on.
That is
Ethan.
that is right.
Ethan. Did you just say that Tyler Myers is not a total pylon?
I guess not. This season.
This is incredible
Hold on.
news that I didn't even believe.
Can I ask one question?
What's up?
Yeah.
If he's not a pylon, they're a good defensive pair. Why are you guys 5-9-2?
Because they can't score goals.
Why not?
Because why can't Montreal score goals?
I can't explain to you Montreal. Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah,
I can't really
okay.
call you out. God damn.
It's all coaching, boys. It's all coaching.
Alright. Now, Josh, you think Phil Kessel should go back to Phil Kessel. You think Phil Kessel should go into New York Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Edmonton Oilers. Give them a little bit secondary scoring help.
Here's my problem with that move, right? If Phil Kessel goes to Edmonton, he's gonna be playing in their top 6. They don't need any more
60
help in their
goals.
top 6. They need more help
60
on. They need
goals.
more help on the bottom 6. Yeah, 60 goals. Put Phil
And-
Kessel with Connor McDavid and see what happens.
Yeah. Now, the only reason. Now, I looked at this last night thinking, oh man, Edmonton would be a good choice. And then I realized you guys are probably right. They don't need help there.
Yeah.
But as we were doing this, me and Josh were having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Josh said, put him on their first power play.
I did say that.
I said, he doesn't make that first power play.
He does.
Ethan, can we get a tiebreaker here? Does Phil Kessel make a first power play unit that currently has Connor McDavid, Leo Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Tyson Berry?
So, do you want me to tell you the exact? Do you want me to tell you the guy who you take out? Because it's easy.
Yeah.
The Nuge. That's like that. That is not a hard decision. You take off the Nuge and put on a guy like Kessel who can shoot the puck way better than fucking the Nuge. You don't need another playmaker on that power play unit. You have Tyson Berry and Connor McJesus. Shoot the damn puck.
I'm gonna bring up my point and why you don't put him on that first power play. The Edmonton Oilers power play unit is scoring at 40%.
Yeah.
40.
Ryan.
You don't touch the power play unit.
You're worried
you leave it alone.
You were worried that putting a player like Phil Kessel on that power play unit is going to fuck things up. Well, I think the complete opposite. I think it's going to help them more than anything. It's going to make them better. Instead of scoring at a 40% pace, they're going to be scoring at a 50% cap.
You don't get better than 40%.
You can get better than 40%.
Nobody gets better than 40%.
You can get better than 40%.
That's ridiculous.
You can get
You
better
don't
than
touch the
40%.
power play. No, you cannot.
Yes, you can.
Not sustainably.
Not you. They aren't gonna sustain 40 either. It's only 15 games in.
Yeah, and you know how you don't sustain it? You fuck with it. Don't fuck with what's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I just don't like. I always think that there's room for improvement, and especially on a team like Edmonton, where it at the end of the year, boys. Here's why Edmonton's not gonna win the Stanley Cup. I don't care how many goals you can score. You're not, like, we play in an era where you can't just outscore teams. Like, you're not gonna go into a game and every game put up 8 goals, 5 goals, 6 goals. Like, it's not gonna happen. You want to
test that theory? The Edmonton Oilers seem to be testing that theory. That seems to be working out for them.
The statistics are really... Yeah, but Ryan, what happens when they go into the playoffs and everyone just realizes, oh yeah, you can just shoot high glove on Mike Smith and he'll let in 7 goals?
Well, for starters, Mike Smith hasn't been the goalie yet. He's been injured.
So are you telling me that Mikko Koskinen...
Are they playing fucking Tristan Jarry?
Wow, no, Edmonton... They're not Edmonton. Pittsburgh's doing that.
No. They're playing Mikko Koskinen currently.
Yeah.
It's Stuart Skinner's the
Probably
backup.
blows in the glove.
Yeah,
Now,
Mikko
here's the
Koskinen
problem.
is not good.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to win goals because of their defense.
Mhm.
I don't think this is a good playoff team. I think they need a goaltender.
Like, here's the thing.
I think that's a problem you solve at the deadline.
They don't have anything to move. What do you move to get a goalie on this team?
You move prospects first, draft picks, whatever. You sell your future.
Can you name me one prospect on the Oilers that currently is not in their lineup?
Philip Broberg.
Nah. I guess. It's not like an electric name, you know.
I think you're selling low on Philip Broberg, but I think the guy was eighth overall pick, you know.
When?
Could have been
19, 2 years ago.
How did the Oilers get a top 8 pick?
That was, I don't know. They just did bad.
No way.
They did bad that year. I'm looking at it, John. They did bad.
No way.
There's no way they had Connor McDavid.
There's no way.
You can't be bad if you have Connor McDavid. Like that's gotta be a sin. Like
No.
Here you wanna know what the issue is? Mikko Koskinen is 9-1-0 right now, but his goals against is literally 25% off of 3, and his save percentage is .915. You're not gonna win very many games long term doing that.
You can when you have Connor McDavid and Draisaitl. You're scoring 4 goals a game.
But they're not.
What if they score 5?
Even better.
They're not gonna end the year scoring 4 goals. Yeah, exactly.
Well, then, you lose.
Ryan,
until Connor McDavid and Draisaitl score 6. There is no way at the end of the year that the Oilers, I'll put money on it, there's no way they're going to finish the year scoring 4 goals a game at that same clip. It's not going to happen. You know power play units just as well as I do. All it takes is for one team to figure out how to stop it, then everyone's going to stop it. It happened to the Leafs when we were scoring at a 40% clip. It happened to you guys when you guys had a good run. That's the way power play works. Us. We didn't have a good power play. We haven't had a good power play in 30 years.
No, you had a good power play like 2 years ago.
It wasn't.
You guys had a run. That's what I mean.
We were not 40%. We were nowhere near. We were scoring about 20. We're like, oh, this is amazing.
The Leafs were scoring like a 35% clip last year, and then they fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
All it takes is
The difference is Connor McDavid. There's no answer to Connor McDavid.
There is an answer for Connor McDavid.
Oh, do we still want to start with this conversation? There's some things about McDavid.
I don't know especially what he's getting into, but I can say this about McDavid at least.
Yeah.
In the NHL, there has never been an era, even Gretzky. You can't just outscore people. Like Gretzky didn't win 12 Stanley Cups in a row. He didn't win 5 in a row. He won 4 in his career. Yeah.
He won 4. 3 in a row.
Yeah, but you can't just outscore. The team that Gretzky had I still believe Gretzky's a better player than McDavid, but even the team that Gretzky had was way better than this unit that Edmonton has right now. And Edmonton
as a team, yes. I think the power play specifically.
Okay, yeah, but you're not Ryan. You know it just as well as I do. A team like in the playoffs, they don't call penalties. You don't get chances on the power play.
That's where I was going to go with the thing. There were some talks.
He was complaining, wasn't he?
Made some.
Yeah.
Tortorella made comments about David saying this isn't going to work in the playoffs.
I like that take.
Frank Cervalli had a better take, I thought. I think he said it says more about the playoffs than it does about McDavid. We need to change our game if the best player in the world's system isn't going to work in the playoffs.
What do you mean?
So I am a proponent of call the rule book. I don't care if it's the preseason, the regular season, the postseason. Call the rule book as it is.
I mean, I think we're all on team call the game the same way throughout the year. I mean, I don't want to speak for Ethan, but I'm pretty sure you're the same way. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they do that, this stays the same, and they could succeed in the playoffs. Yeah,
but it's not. It's not, because we like. Here's the thing. We say that we want things called a certain way, but We all know there is a difference between playoff hockey and regular season hockey, and it's which team has got more toughness. And so, do we just want to take that part out of the game and then we just leave it to be skill based? Because at that point, if we're doing stuff like that, then yeah, Connor McDavid's probably gonna rifle off like 6 Stanley Cups here, maybe.
Yeah,
which is
and as crazy as I think it is, I don't know that he would do it because the team around him doesn't necessarily complement that skill as well. I mean, Draisaitl is pretty good, but
Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, Puljujarvi, Tyson Barrie, Darnell Nurse. I can keep going.
You need better defense and better goaltending.
The thing is, I don't think they need better defense on that team. I literally think the one thing that's holding them back is their goalie.
Yeah.
Like, and their bottom 6 scoring, but you can assess that at any point in the year. All it takes is like 3 4th-round picks and wham bam chicken and ham.
Yeah.
Like,
so I think they could do well with this. I just like when you look at their top 6 compared to like Tampa.
Yeah, but Tampa
I kind of take McDavid, but Tampa.
Tampa's paying nobody anything, and Edmonton's paying McDavid 12.5. I say they're not paying anything, but you know what I mean. Market value for the guys that are on their team is just ridiculously low.
Like, yeah, they probably paying point more. They could pay Stamkos more. They pay
Kucherov.
Kucherov could definitely be getting more.
Vasilevsky. Hedman.
Yeah, Vasilevsky's already making 9.5. Like, he's not super. Sergachev is just coming off the CLC on a bridge deal. Hedman could probably make it a little more. McDonough is probably paid. If anything, he might be overpaid at this point. It's kind of getting up there. But yeah, they could definitely be paying more. But even then, in reality, their top 6 is still better.
Well, yeah, because they're paying. They don't have like. If you want, when you're building a team, Ryan, here's my question: do you want 2 good, like one star player and 1 or 2 star players? Do you want 2 star players in your first line, or do you want Connor McDavid?
I want Connor McDavid. The problem is Connor McDavid makes 12.5. That's not what hamstrings this team. It's the fact they're giving Zach Hyman 5.5. They're giving Nuge 5.1. They're giving Darnell Nurse 9.25 next year.
It's not
just Keith 5.5.
Yeah, but it's not the contracts that they have, other than the Koskinen contract. That's the only one that I hate. It's the contracts that they're still paying for. The James Neal contract, the retained salary. It's stuff like that that's still fucking this team.
Yeah. I mean, even that accounts for $4 million. Like, yeah, that sucks that you're paying Lucci $750, paying Neal $2 million, Andre Sekera $1.5, but like, even Mikko Koskinen's making 4.5 for 1 more year.
Yes, but Ty
makes 5.5 for 2 more. Cody Ceci makes 3.25 for 4 years.
That's a good contract. Ryan, here's the thing. You just said that there's $4 million tied up. Can I finish this point? You just said that there's 4 players and 3 players tied up for $4 million on the retained salary board and their buyouts, right? With Mikko Koskinen's contract, that's literally $8.5 million. Add it all together. Like, Koskinen, honestly, is not. He is a backup on most teams. He's not a starter anywhere.
Like, yeah, but that Koskinen's only making money for 1 more year. After this, it's done.
Ethan, you see.
I'm looking at depth.
Okay.
Ethan, yeah, you have not been here.
So when the 1 year ends, who are they going to use as a goalie?
Mike Smith.
Mike Smith is still signed for next year, but he'll be 40.
You're gonna rely on a 40-year-old goaltender.
Yes.
Be a starter.
Yes.
Here's the thing with Edmonton. This past draft, they drafted a centerman. I can't remember his name, but they gave up on Jesper. Thank you.
Yeah.
They traded their 20th overall pick to Minnesota for the 22nd, and I think there was a third involved.
Yeah.
That 20th pick by Minnesota was then used to draft Jesper Wallstedt, a top-end goaltender prospect. What does Edmonton need? And I'll tell you, it's not another centerman.
Their scouting department is fucked.
Here's my problem with that. If you're gonna win with McDavid and Draisaitl now, you can't wait 5 years to develop a goal. If you're gonna develop at the draft, it doesn't. It's not fast enough.
But
you need to trade for goalie.
But my question and my counterpoint to that would be, why a center? Why would you even trade them for a draft pick? If they want to take that goaltender, why are you not asking for Kapanen? Not Kapanen, Kakko Kakalainen, the goalie. Why are you not asking for that guy? You know, the return should have been different. Because if you are the Oilers and you're a team like Edmonton, the last thing you should be drafting is a center. You have Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. Probably both of them are top 3. Maybe they're 1-2 in the league. Like, you can't go and waste picks on centers. Like, I'm with Ethan on this completely. If they were gonna try to make moves, instead of drafting that center, draft a fucking defenseman. Draft something that's not a center. Like, it just, I don't know.
I think the problem was they probably realized there's a lot of centers to be taken, and there's not much here that we want. So they traded back up third. I think you're right. They probably should have traded the first for a prospect, like the goaltending prospect that Minnesota had. But again, I don't think your solution is fixing your goaltending is not going to happen. Not at this point.
Ryan, never mind. Just that's weird.
What?
So on Discord, I can see you. Your table's on the left side of you, but through OBS, it's on the right side of you. Because there's like a flip happening here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Weird. That's weird.
But yeah, no, I think if you're gonna build, if I'm gonna start a rebuild, and I know I'm gonna be competitive in 5 years, I'm gonna work my way back up through the lineup. So I'm gonna start with my goaltender, then defenseman, then forwards, because that's the rate at which they develop. So everybody's ready. Like, in my mind, that's how I would build if I'm gonna build a draft. At this point, you've got everybody else. You need to go get a goaltender that's ready now.
That's why I'm saying that they should have used that draft pick to trade for a goalie.
I agree.
Why did they not go, hey, Seattle, you guys know you drafted Joey DeCord? Yeah, we want him. Like, that seems like an easy trade.
All right, what goaltenders are available in free agency this summer? Darcy Kemper will be available in free agency this summer.
Yeah, but he's not gonna sign in Edmonton.
Why not?
See,
he's gonna want too much money. They won't have the salary to sign him.
Darcy Kemper play in Edmonton at one point?
No, I think it was Minnesota.
It was Minnesota, LA, Arizona, Colorado.
I think you're thinking of Devin Dubnyk.
Yeah. Other goaltenders on the free market. Korpisalo will be a UFA, though I don't think he lives Columbus.
That's like, and also
Samsonov
that's like taking a flyer on someone. Samsonov needs to be in the right system to win.
Yeah, he'll also be an RFA. Jack Gamble would be UFA.
Yeah. Jack's coming back. We ain't letting Soupy go. Look at me.
So then I think your target's Darcy Kemper. I'm looking at you.
Jack Campbell, top 5.
No.
All right, Darcy Kemper said stats. And you're gonna be quite surprised because this kid this season currently in the SHL, he's posted a .925 save percentage, and a 1.69 goals against average in 12 games in the Swedish Hockey League. Last season, he posted a 908 and a 2.23 in the SHL as well.
Yeah.
I think this goalie could be ready within a year, 2 years. And Edmonton passed on him for another centerman. I just don't understand that. That boggles my mind. This is a goaltender that could be ready for a team that desperately needs a goaltender. When is the last time Edmonton has had a good goaltender in their franchise?
Never.
Grant Fuhr?
That's what I was about to say. Literally Grant Fuhr.
Hold on. I'm looking up Edmonton.
I know Edmonton has had good goalies in the past. I exaggerated a little bit there, but I mean, you're thinking back to the early mid-2000s.
No, well, I think it's further than that, because even back then, I mean, did they have a Roland, or am I thinking of Tampa?
Yeah, Roland. Yeah. Rolson. Dwayne Rolson back in, like, that was back when they were competitive in, like, the mid-2000s.
Right. What was the last time they had a good goaltender?
Probably Dwayne Rolson, 2006, 2009. Before that, like, they had... I'm looking at their goalies right now. Cam Talbot wasn't terrible.
He was bad when he was there. He only got good when he left.
Yeah, you're right. Same can be said for guys like fucking Ilya Brizgalov was there for a year. Dubnik was there, and he left and got good in Minnesota for a couple years.
Yep.
Rolison was probably the last good goalie. Tom Stello, like in the early 2000s, it's not bad. Yeah, Slim Pickens. Looking at this, they could go for a couple years. That's a good goalie. And then Grant Fuhr in the 80s and the 80s. So yeah, not a ton. They had Ron Tug for a year. That's Ron Tugnut. But yeah, no.
You what?
They had Ron
Nut.
Tugnut?
Yeah.
You're kidding,
yeah,
right?
Ron Tugnut.
Tugnut.
Yeah, Ron Tugnut.
Like T-U-G-N-U-T. Tugnut.
TT, yeah. 2 T's. Ron Tugnut with 2 T's. They love the TTs.
Oh my god, this guy. You can't take him anywhere.
Hold on.
What, you got more jokes about Mr. Tugnut?
No, hold on. Just look at the Discord for a second.
Mr. Tugnut.
Yeah, Mr. Tugnut.
Oh my god. I have this on screen right now.
Yeah, that's Ron Tugnut.
Oh my god.
He played for the Habs too.
This looks like a Ron Tugnut. What jersey is that? New York?
That might be the Quebec Nordiques. Or that might be Columbus. Or Pittsburgh, maybe.
I heart
the weird
reacted
year
it.
of Pittsburgh.
Oh, I saw it. Everyone on YouTube saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, check out our YouTube channel, and you can see Ron Tugnut's face.
Yeah, this is true. A lot of our listeners are on Spotify.
So yeah, Darcy Kemper, probably your best goaltender to look for FC. Trading, we will maybe take a look at that next week. This all started us talking about Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you love recording a podcast and getting how things flow sometimes? I love it.
Yeah. So let's get back to Arizona real quick. Who else could be moved? Because most of their team is on the last year.
I want to say this about Arizona. We are seeing that Jacob Chicherin is a bum. He was a victim of playing with OEL. OEL made this guy better, and now he just can't. He can't do it. He's not. I don't know.
Why not?
Look at his stats.
Why not, Jeff?
Look at his stats. I have him in fantasy. It's not good.
in Arizona. He plays in Arizona. That's my defense. If that's your defense against why I thought another player was good, I can't remember. He plays in Arizona. I thought Newcastle was bad.
You know who's playing really good on Arizona?
Who?
Clayton Keller?
Shane Gosper.
Really?
Shane
He has
Gosper
12 points.
Old Cheney boy. Getting back
What?
out there.
He puts 12 points?
Yeah, Shane.
He's
Shane.
Wow.
12 points in 15 games and is a -1.
How, Ryan?
Arizona scored 12 goals?
How? You want to know why? Because Shane Gostisberg was never a bad defenseman. He was literally just put in a bad situation.
Hold on, I have to look up Arizona's stats. Is he their
He
leading scorer? Is that a thing?
No.
He
He is?
the
No
leading scorer.
way! That's hilarious.
The next best player on Arizona is Lawson Krause at 7 points.
How much are they paying Caden Keller again?
Clayton Keller.
7 million. They're paying Shane Gosper 4.5.
How many
7
points
million
does that
for
guy have,
Keller.
Ethan? Tell me.
6. He's the third
Clayton
highest.
Keller have?
Yeah.
He has 6. 3 goals, 3 assists.
Third highest.
And people complaining about how much Mitch Marner makes? that guy is bad. That's bad. That's bad. Jeez, Bruce Creepers, buddy. That is tough.
For the record, Shane Gosper has 12 points. The Coyotes have scored 23 goals. He's got a point on over half of their.
Yeah. We lost Ryan.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I'll
What? Oh, yes, you realize.
we heard none of we heard none of that except for what?
Am I back?
I think so.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Did you hear the part about Shane Gosper scoring on over?
Yeah, we
goals?
got to that part, and then
Okay.
you kind of just started freaking out and you cut out. But yeah,
Okay.
you know,
Okay. Shane Gosper's 28. Do you trade him? Sell high?
sell high what?
Shane Gosper.
Is that sell? Is he? Can you sell him high?
12 points in 15 games. That's pretty high. He tied his he had 12 points in 2019-2020 in 42 games. He had 20 points in 41 games.
Yeah, but see, like the problem with Gostisberg is not gonna be like you can't trade him right now. You can't
Why
trade
not?
him right now because there is not enough value.
I think there is. You retain half that salary for 2 years. Trade him to. I don't know. Who needs defense? Who needs a pucking defense?
Why would you
Trade him to the
retain?
Habs.
Why would you retain salary on him?
Show the Coyotes, and I'll give you back Christian Dvorak if you give me Shane Gosper. Deal. Done deal.
Yikes.
You're
Yikes.
Are you mad at Christian Dvorak?
Christian Dvorak has not been advertised.
Has not been what?
He's not been as good as advertised.
Wow, no one ever advertised that he was going to be good. You guys just all assumed that he was going to be good.
Coyotes
'cause he
fans
played in
love
Arizona.
this guy. This guy has
Yeah.
5 points as a -17.
Yeah, but he's also
our penalty kill for the Arizona Coyotes, by the way.
yeah, but he's also a victim of bad coaching and bad circumstances and bad systems and bad everything else. Like
It was all bad in Arizona. It worked.
he had a good
Come
yeah.
on.
But I genuinely think the special team system in Arizona is better than what it is in the Habs. I'm sorry. Your guys'
I
organization
genuinely cannot argue with that. Especially stop.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Your guys' organization is bad.
Okay.
So, you know,
Is that enough about the desert?
yeah, I'll
maybe,
give it.
or unless you have more?
I mean, look, we're already 40 minutes into this, and I want to talk about the Leafs.
We gotta talk about the Leafs. We gotta talk about Eichel, McDavid, Crosby, Ovechkin. Maybe we cut Crosby. I don't know.
Look, I will be quick. Just give me my 5
Let's
minutes.
Go Leafs.
Okay, so after last week, the Leafs lost their game 5-1. They ended up responding. They had a 3-game stretch since the last episode we recorded. The finals were 3-0 against the Flyers for the Leafs, 2-1 overtime win against the Flames, and a 5-4 win on Saturday night against the Sabres. Their next 3 games, they have 4 games actually before we record next week, and it's going to be Leafs versus Predators today. We play the Rangers on Thursday, the Penguins on Saturday, and the Islanders on Sunday. Now, the Leafs last week got a total of all 6 points. They cleaned house, they won all the games, they got all the points they could. This week, it's kind of like the same thing. I don't need, like I've said this, they have 4 games. I don't need them to win all 8 points. I would take 5 or 6. So, if the Leafs come out of this, they should beat the Predators. They probably will have a pretty good game against the Rangers. I have a feeling the game against the Penguins is going to probably be a joke kind of game where the Leafs beat up on the Pens because of what happened last time they played them. And the game against the Islanders is probably going to be a low-scoring game. I'd say that's probably their toughest game. But, I mean, right now the Leafs sit 10-5-1, riding high currently. We finally have a positive goal difference in the last 10 games. The Leafs are 8-2-0 and on a 3-game winning streak currently. So I think that the Leafs have officially turned the ship around and are going to be contenders like they should have been at the beginning of the year. They just remembered how to play hockey. I want to take a quick peek at the Leafs stat leaders real quick. We're still seeing good performances from guys like Nylander, Tavares, Marner, and Matthews have all kind of started to figure out how to play hockey again. It kind of tapers off after that. Time to take a look at the plus-minus of the Leafs. All right, so cool. So just about half the team is still a minus, but that's better than it was because at one point there was 2 guys that were positive on the Leafs. So we're moving in the right direction. Jack Campbell, still a god. Still posting a 1.82 and a save of 939. Currently 8-3-1. He has 2 shutouts so far. I love this guy. This guy.
Jack Campbell has been a hero.
He's great. I love him. Jack Campbell's the top 5 goalie in this league, and Ryan can't tell me that I'm wrong.
I can. I will. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You are wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm glad we can agree on something, John.
That you're wrong. Cool. I'm glad we agree.
Yeah, we agree that you're wrong.
We agree that you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. You're wrong.
You are wrong.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
You are. Yeah, you. Ryan. Ryan is wrong.
You.
Ryan is wrong.
You're saying I'm wrong?
Ryan is wrong.
No. Josh. You're wrong.
Ryan is wrong.
Josh is incorrect.
Ryan is wrong.
Allow me to name 5 goalies better than Jack Campbell. Jack Vasilevsky, Connor Hellebuyck, John Gibson, Thatcher Demko, Ethan, Jacob Markstrom, better.
Ethan, don't back him up on
not,
this.
Not the Jack Markstrom. I was thinking of Markstrom was the guy I was thinking of, not the other one. How's Sergei Bobrovsky doing?
See,
Ryan fucking phenomenal.
Of course he is. It's Sergei Bobrovsky.
Vasilevsky, Hellebuyck, Gibson, Sergei Bobrovsky, and Jacob Markstrom. All better. There's 5.
I believe that if you look up the numbers and the stats, that Jack Campbell is better than 2 of those guys, which would put him in 4th.
Which 2?
Ryan, Jack Campbell has a goals against of 182 and a save of 939. And he has 2 shutouts.
Andrei Vasilevsky has 2 cups and a couple Veznas. And a Vezina. What do you got?
Okay, by that standard, Fleury has a bunch of Vezinas. How's Fleury been playing this year?
Fleury has 1 Vezina in his last year.
He also has more Stanley Cups.
Yep, he's got 3 Stanley Cups.
He has his 2 Stanley Cup rings plugging his ears.
He's got 3 Stanley Cups plugging his ears.
Yeah, so he's got 1 plugging his nose. Speaking of Fleury, real quick before I let you guys, because I don't know if you guys actually want to talk about your own teams or not. Can we?
No,
you guys...
I don't.
Man, I love talking about my team, and I feel bad for these guys. But do you guys ever think that we could see the Flower go back to Pittsburgh?
I think he retires.
This year, do you guys think he could get traded to Pittsburgh?
This year, God, no.
Really?
No way.
Interesting.
The Penguins literally have nothing to trade.
Chicago's bad. Like, they're bad.
Exactly. And they want prospects and picks, and those are two things Penguins do not have.
But what? Fleury doesn't have any value right now. Fleury's value is the lowest we've ever seen it. For God's sakes, they traded him for nothing.
Okay, but here's my question. What does Marc-Andre Fleury do for this team?
For the Penguins?
Yeah. What?
Wins them games.
Why do you want to win games?
Because you're the Penguins.
You're going into a rebuild.
You're the Penguins and you have Crosby. Give that guy one last hurrah.
I mean, they haven't had Crosby. He's been out either due to injury or COVID. He's been missing a lot of time.
I know, and he's back. And look, I have him in fantasy. You gotta stop hurting my feelings with these slanderous words you're telling me about how bad my player is. I know, Ryan. I see it. He is bad.
I have him in fantasy too. 2 games played, minus 1.
You want to know who I have in fantasy? Alex Ovechkin. That man's crazy.
Must be nice. Be nice. Speaking of Alex Ovechkin, we'll get away from Leafs. This week he passed Brett Hull for 4th all-time in the all-time goal leading list. He now has 742. Puts him 24 away from Jaromir Jagr, so he could do that later this season the way he's been playing. And that's all I had on Ovechkin. Other milestones. Connor McDavid hit 600 points. Good job. He's at 601 in 421 games. I think he's like one of the 6th fastest guys to ever do it. And the crazy thing is, he's been scoring faster and faster every 100 points. First 100 points in 92 games.
Yeah,
I know, 82,
that's
68. He's now the last 600 points he did in 53 games. That's ridiculous. That's McDavid done. Eichel. I'm just starting to fire off here. Sorry, boys. Jack Eichel had his surgery on Friday. Dr. Chad Rusmak told Eichel he took the disc out. It was a mess. Took some extra time and could have been more precise and happy. Eichel said, "Honestly, I feel great. I feel really good. I just went for a walk." Yeah,
you see what happens, Buffalo? If you just listen to the guy, you could have had him for the beginning of the year, and maybe you could have rekindled your relationship. But you know what you decided to do? You decided to wait and tell the guy no, and try to play the "I'm the corporation" card, and you can't do anything kind of angle. And look what happened. You lost. Yeah. And you lost a generational talent who is going to haunt you for the rest of his career, because I can tell you and promise you that any time the Knights play the Sabres, the only thing going through Jack Eichel's mind is going to be, how many goals can I score on them? How stupid can I make them look? And I personally cannot wait.
Yep. Alright. One more thing, Jack Eichel will stay in Denver for 3 weeks for observation, then he will rehab in Vegas. Should be back in about 3 months. Quick other thing. Yeah, no, he should be back for the playoffs, hopefully. One more thing, the Pittsburgh Penguins are being sold to Fenway Park, to the Fenway Group. I mentioned that earlier. I did mention Lemieux will be staying in as a minority stake, so no change to hockey ops or anything, so all should be good there. So good to see them getting out. We had the Sidney Crosby thing of him. He threw a player into the boards. No penalty, no fine, no suspended DOPS. We can talk about that maybe next week. Let's see what we can put together for part of player safety rants. Or talk. We'll have a talk, we won't rant. We don't rant here. Why would we? On waivers, Kyle Clifford clears waivers. He was traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs today. I don't know.
The big red goof.
Big red goof. On the Marlies, I think.
What happened, sorry?
Kyle Clifford got traded to the Leafs. I think he's on the...
We got Kyle Clifford back? Oh my god!
I think you put him on the Marlies. You guys can't afford to bring him up.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it right now. When we get to the playoffs, baby, we'll be laughing. We will be laughing.
Also on waivers today, Breed Ball was put on Vancouver, on waivers by Vancouver, and Alex was put on waivers by Montreal. Also Montreal news, Hoffman is still out. Allen is still out with a concussion. Should be back maybe Friday. And Jonathan Durant is back after having headaches after getting hit in the head with the puck. Ottawa. One last thing. Ottawa had 3 games postponed due to COVID. They currently have 10 players on COVID on the on COVID protocol, and 15 players total not playing. So 3 injured due season opening injured reserve. So, lots of injuries in Ottawa.
Sheesh.
And that was it. I think I did everything. I got through everything. I did it.
All right, we're at the
Whoa.
50-minute mark, and I have trivia if you guys want it.
Let's go, baby.
Let's do trivia and then maybe quickly talk about Crosby thing. I feel like Crosby thing's not quick though. Anything else? I'm just looking at up-to-date news. Don't see anything. We should be good.
All right, welcome to the Off the Boards trivia segment with your host Josh. All right, currently the standings. Let me just check what the score is real quick. So currently Ryan has 5 right, Ethan has 3 right. I've stumped the guys with 3 questions. Yeah, so it's pretty close. So guys, the 2 questions today. First one being, who was the last NHL player to play hockey without a helmet?
Oh, as you're saying, I knew that was going to be the question. I cannot tell you. I'll put a guess in. I know what's wrong, but I guess.
Dude, I don't know.
I've got a guess written down. It's not right. You got any idea?
You guys are gonna laugh so hard.
The last player
Yep.
to wear
Not wear
a bucket.
Yeah.
When
I say this name, you guys are gonna have something to say.
What, was it Ron Cognut?
No, can you imagine? No.
Oh man, no way.
All right. What are the names? Just throw me a name, boys. Who do you think it is?
Ethan, you wanna go first?
Jeez, I don't know. Like,
I'm
just gonna say a random ass name. I'm gonna say
Go ahead.
Kevin.
All right, Ryan.
I'm gonna say Gordie Howe. He played a long time, didn't he?
You're both wrong. It's my boy, Craig McTavish.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Craig McTavish an analyst now?
Probably.
Well, that's stupid.
Met him on an airplane, you know. Great guy.
Oh, he's the head coach of Lausanne Hockey Club in Switzerland.
Dude, would you like your second question?
Yeah, can we get someone we can answer?
Now there is. I don't know if you guys are gonna get this one right either, but I'll tell you the year. So, in 19, I don't know, yeah. If you know who won the cup in this year, I'll be impressed anyway. So in 1941, the Stanley Cup actually caught fire due to a team celebration. I will tell you what happened to the cup after you answer the question, but what team won the Stanley Cup that year? It would have been one of the original 6 teams. But they actually caught the Stanley Cup on fire. I would have loved to have been there, because it's actually a funny story.
The Habs weren't playing very well. It wasn't the Habs, I don't think.
The 1940-1941 season. One of the original 6 teams. Just throw it out, boys. Pick one and stick to it.
I got a gut feeling.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Ethan went first last time. I'll go first. The Boston Bruins.
I was us too.
All right. So here's the story. You're both wrong.
Leafs.
No.
Leafs?
No. So in
Perfect.
in the spring of 1940, the New York Rangers paid off their mortgage for Madison Square Garden and celebrated by lighting the mortgage paper on fire and setting it in the Stanley Cup, which caused the Stanley Cup to combust. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, because honestly, it sounds like a pretty dumb idea.
Hold on.
What?
You said the 41.
Yeah, 1940, 1941.
The Boston Bruins won the cup in 41, Josh.
Ryan,
Rangers won in 90.
Ryan,
The Rangers won 40.
Do me a favor right now and look up the question on Google. Who almost threw the Stanley Cup into a fire? And the first thing that pops up is going to be this article that says 1940 to 1941, the Rangers. I can send you the photo in Discord. I have it in front of me.
I'm looking it up.
You can blame me, but like, if you guys want to take 1 point, that's fine. But you also couldn't tell me who lit the cup on fire. There was a story behind it.
The Leafs also did too, by the way.
Really? It's been more than one time where a team's lit the cup on fire? That's pretty abysmal, honestly. How are people out here literally lighting the Stanley Cup on fire?
Yeah, I see it. Was it a Bleacher Report, Josh?
No, it was an NHL article. I'll send it to the Discord after.
Okay. Alright. Well,
Alright, fine. You know what? Fine. I'll give you one more question.
Alright. For the record, me and Ethan were correct. The Bruins did win the 41. So.
You got the other.
Glad I got that right. I just hate that Ryan also got it right because
I think it's a mulligan. No points for anybody, but for the I'm proud of me and Ethan for knowing that.
Fine.
So,
What year was the offside rule implemented by the NHL?
Offs.
Here are your options. I'll give you multiple choice.
Ooh.
1990, 1950, 1930, or 1970.
I got it.
What were the options again?
1990, 1950, 1930, or 1970.
I feel okay. I think I got it.
All right. I'm gonna say 1930.
I am also gonna say 1930. I am pretty positive it is 1930.
50.
So I don't know how the hell you guys got that or knew it offhand, but sure.
Okay.
At the annual NHL Governors Meeting on September 27th, 1930, a new offside rule was passed stating that the puck must be propelled into the attacking zone before any player of the attacking side can enter that zone.
Okay. Yeah. I knew it was like an old rule. I knew it wasn't anything recent.
For some reason,
if I had the option, I was gonna say like something where in the 20s, probably.
I forgot that the 2-line pass rule was a thing, and so I thought that was the offside rule, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a completely different rule. I'm a dummy.
Yeah.
So.
2-line pass would have been more recent.
Yeah.
All right.
But like,
well,
hold on. I just want to update the tallies real quick. I'll give everyone a free point for that mulligan question that Ryan took. But I'm also giving myself 2 points for the questions that you guys got wrong. But you're also going to both gain one more because you both got one right. So the tallies right now read as Ryan at 7, Ethan at 5, and the trivia master, me, is also at 5.
all right.
Okay.
All right. I'm happy with the trivia so far. Yeah.
You got anything else, or am I playing us out with a brass bonanza again?
Let's see. Enough retired. Leo Komarov is going to
KHL.
Europe. Yeah, he just left the Islanders.
Wow, he was. They put him on waivers.
Yeah.
He wants to still play higher level hockey.
Ooh. Hall of Famers from 2020 got officially inducted today.
Oh.
So that was
yes.
So, or I don't know if it was. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. So that was Marian Hossa, Ken Holland is a builder, Doug Wilson is a builder, Kevin Lowe, and Jerome McGinley. See, it's Jerome. We love Jerome. Iggy. 2010, baby.
You can look in the look in Ethan's eyes. All I see is pain. He's like, all I see around me for a minute. That guy scored a lot of goals against Vancouver.
As a Canucks fan, I obviously hate the Flames, but I have so much respect for Jerome McGinley.
Oh yeah, Jerome McGinley's a good player.
He was a player that I loved to hate, and it made it a lot of fun. Yeah, it helped me get into hockey as a kid. So I thank Jerome McGinley for helping me get into hockey.
It's like how Ethan hates Tyler Myers.
My love-hate relationship is changing a little.
You know,
I just hate the fact that he's $6 million.
You know who you do love though? Moncton. Thank you, but former Moncton Wildcat Connor Garland.
What
an absolute legend.
Before we get too far away from Kim St. Pierre. Kim St. Pierre was also part of that Hockey Hall of Fame class.
Excellent. I'm glad.
I also did see that.
Yeah.
That was just it. That was me saying Connor Garland's a great hockey player. So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So is that it? I do have. Before we go though, if you guys have nothing else.
Yeah.
No. I have a trivia question for you guys.
Oh god, I'm gonna pause Brass Bonanza then. I had it going for a second. Ryan's got trivia for us.
Sorry. Because in honor of Jerome McGinley being inducted to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Oh god.
What is Jerome McGinley's full name?
Can you tell me how many separate names it is again at least?
There's 8, 2 of which have a hyphen. So, yeah. 8 names with 1 with a hyphen. 7 names with a hyphen.
I actually don't know.
I used to know it. Oh god, hold on. Well, of course you do. You have it probably in front of you.
I know it by heart. I pulled up his face.
Isn't it like... Oh god.
Josh, if you can just name a few of them, I'll give you points.
Jerome Arthur. Fuck! I know it's Arthur hyphen something, but I can't remember what the... I don't even know, Isn't Tig one of them?
Tig is one of them, yeah. And you're correct so far. Jerome Arthur hyphen something.
It's Jerome Arthur hyphen something hyphen Tig. Isn't it like Junior Elvis Aginla?
Those are more of it, but now you're missing 2 names.
I don't know. I don't know what the other 2 are.
Jerome Arthur Lay, Aduncle Tig, Junior Elvis Aginla, Hockey Hall of Fame.
That is a
should
mouthful.
be an Iggy in there because that's.
Yeah, that's
Jerome Arthur Lay.
Okay.
Yeah, Jerome Arthur Lay, Aduncle Tig, Junior Elvis Aginla, Iggy.
I don't know how I got any of that right. I was totally guessing on Tig. I was like, I feel like it's Tig. Whatever.
Oh my god, I could do a whole segment.
Alright, well,
Oh,
I think that I don't think Ryan's got any more trivia for us, so we'll get the Prospect
that's
Angel
it.
playing out here going. Oh my god.
Alright.
Well, what a week. The Leafs stay winning, the Habs stay bad. Vancouver still can't figure out a way to score goals. Minnesota's winning a lot of games. The Hurricanes are really good. Florida's really good. Hockey is a weird sport. Ovechkin might score 60 goals this year. Who knows? Connor McDavid can mess around and score 200 points at this point. So, there's still a lot to be held and a lot of good episodes coming up soon. Ethan's on a black screen. I don't know what just happened to him. There he is. So, as always, your host here at Off the Boards. I am Josh. Ethan is covering up his webcam for some reason. Ryan is on the other corner. And together, collectively, we are Off the Boards. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next week.